Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and like the heading says, Pinky is back from ESP's Japan Custom Shop. Gonna go into details after we've listened. The first song I wrote with this guitar when I got this or bought this used. Obviously, this is from '87, I believe, almost a year ago. Or 6 months, 8 months, something. Last year anyway, I wrote the song, then I played a couple of CYHRA shows with this, and then this was sent to ESP's Japan Custom Shop by Musamaailma, great Finnish guitar store, bass and whatever, instruments. Strong recommendation. And I got this back just a few days ago, and it's mint. It's awesome. So let's listen the song first. It's actually the song with vocals. This is an instrumental version, and I obviously replay the guitars now. But the real version, if you will, is the bonus track of my forthcoming third solo album, HARDTONES, on the Japan version. So 12 song for a Japan market only. So you're gonna hear that. Then I'm gonna tell you a bit more about the guitar and the gear I'm using. But shortly, the gear, it's guitar, bass SD1, and then Dunlop's Custom Audio Electronics Wah-Wah, JCMHR 203, the bad boy. I used the amp on the first video I did about this when I wrote the song, and then I used the amp on the album as well, because, bad boy's bad boy, and Marshall Vintage Cabinet. Okay, let's listen to the song now and then, get into more details. Enjoy the ride. that was a quick noodling. But the sound was the sound that you heard on the song. So the signal chain, it's the Pinky ESP M-1 Custom from the 80s with EMG 85 and EMG S single coil. Then into my pedal board, where I have the Bass SD1, and then I use the wah on part of the solo, and then a 4-inch Zool and noise gate, just to get rid of the hiss that the pedals generate. Then the signal goes to KHE Audio Electronics amp switcher, and then now I'm using 2 amps, the bad boy, and then ADA MP1 into Marshall JZ Mainline 2203 ZW Zach Wildhead's effect loop return. So I'm using this as a power amp. We're gonna check completely clean sounds. Back to KHE, then to my Marshall vintage cabinet via Fry's power station, where I'm attenuating the signal a bit. And there's 2 mic pairs now, what I used on the song and what I'm using now. So the left one on the song was a Celestion V30. I have one Celestion V30 in the Marshall vintage cabinet. That was mic'd and is mic'd with SM57 and SC Electronics VR1 ribbon mic. Then the right guitar on the song was a same cabinet but Marshall vintage speaker, which is kind of V30, a little bit different voicing, but really close. And that is mic'd with 2 SM57s in the Fredman style. And what you hear now, what you heard, both on center, because one guitar on equal level. So that's the that's the wah wah. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty excited, like you can probably see, because I've been waiting this day that when I get back this absolutely awesome guitar. So I bought this from a stage. It wasn't in a mint shape, quite far from it. The headstock was cracked, broken, like here and behind. And I played a couple of shows, just duct taped this with a red gaffer tape so that it held together. I switched immediately then the tuners to shallower locking tuners, because I think the shop I bought this didn't have normal. Usually I used to go to normals because this has this lock, but it's cool. This stays pretty well in tune even without the locks, since these are locking tuners. They're really good shallower tuners. Then I bought a shallower Lockmeister bridge. This is a 10-inch radius nut, and the bridge is 12, so there's no shim. These poles, these are the original Sinclair poles. This came with a collar bridge, but I didn't really like it. But the poles are like on my other 80s, the Sinclair poles, because they are a little bit different than what a shallower and I believe what Floyd Rose uses, but this fits perfectly here. Just need to be careful with the angle, because usually I have the bridge aligned with the body, but it wasn't returning properly. So I just loosened the springs, changed the angle a bit, and now it returns, like tiny amount, because these small things matter a lot when it comes to guitar. And now it returns perfectly in tune. And this had EMG 81, but I was playing in Finland last week, I believe here in Switzerland. I had the kimono and this was quite a bit like brighter. And since I use both guitars live, I wanted this to be closer to the kimono, which isn't here now. It's the guitar is actually in Finland. So I just thought that well, 85 is a bit darker sounding, a bit fuller sounding. Let's see what happens. I put 85 in and voila, that did the job. So yeah, one volume, two-way pickup switch, neck, bridge, and there was a volume was here, and then there, I don't remember if there was a tone or gain boost or whatever, but now it's nothing, just this plastic, you know, cover, and then two-way pickup switch, single volume, and then what I do all my Floyd guitars except one, the V that I did the how to put Floyd Rose in tune video a while ago, a few tones, you know, upgrades. The big brass L block, noiseless springs, the stopper, and the claw. So this goes only down and it returns perfectly. The reason is because then I can really, you know, dig in. Doesn't go like this, and I can have the drop tuner. So standard, or this is in E flat. Which is great. So I mean, if this would be floating, when the tension changes, the whole guitar would go out of tune without the blocker. So that's that. The neck is maple. The fingerboard is rosewood. These are standard jumbo frets, not stainless steel. I believe these are even the original frets, or maybe this has been, I haven't refretted this. They are in really good shape. This single coil pickup, this is done by, you know, someone. ESP said that this isn't done by them, like I suspected. It's really well done, but it's not ESP's Japan Custom Shop quality. But really well done. So somebody put a single coil like on Mirage Deluxe here. This is originally done by ESP. That's an 80s 48th Street guitar 2. And what else? Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's a neck through. Really love this access thing, and this has this kind of, you know, it's really easy to go. It's 24 frets. The radius is, I haven't measured this, but it feels really close to my others, because the kimono that's 14 to 16. The Mirage Custom is 16 all the way. I feel the Mirage Deluxe, this is the Mirage Custom I'm referring, this is 16 all the way. The Mirage Deluxe I just showed you, that's kind of 14, 15. This feels like 16 all the way, maybe 14 here. 14, 15, 16, something, I don't know, but it's awesome. I mean, the strings are a bit closer than what I usually have, but there's no like buzzing or anything, and the neck is pretty much like almost straight. You know, the usual, when you tap you should be able to do a little bit more coding. It's tiny, you know. The better the guitar, the less you need to have. I mean, this would work dead straight, but I just like it that it's not completely straight. It's easier to bend and it rings out better. Okay, then let's check out some basic sounds. So SD1 800 and a 85. I'll switch. I'll take the SD off. use the neck pickup. The neck pickup is a lot lower. I have said it a lot lower than this because I use this as my kind of like clean and semi-clean sound. So by just flipping here and taking the SD off, completely different sound. Okay, so. Adding some chorus. So with just a single channel amp, I can get everything from almost clean. To me, that's clean because I like to have always a little bit of, sparkling bite and tube saturation in there. So from clean to me to a full-blown overdrive by just using the guitar's volume control, the two pickups, and SD1 on and off, and chorus pedal on and off. Okay, then let's check out the ADA. This is now the solid state clean channel. It's kind of like Roland JC120. And the neck pickup single coil. Like the S. I also like SA. I have SA on some guitars. I might change SA to this maybe someday, but this really works because it's really spanky and bright. And if we switch back to 800 no SD, you can get kind of like a, bluesy Steve Ray tone. we add SD to this? SD off, chorus on. This guitar is simply awesome. I can do pretty much anything with this. With well, tonight it's JCM 800, it could be Plexi, it could be 1550. This is so versatile because of the two quite a bit different pickups. High output, full, you know, ballsy 85, MG85 humbucker, and then kind of like your vintage Strat style, spanky, not so high, moderate output, the single coil, volume control, couple of pedals. I had a delay there when I played the least. That's in the loop of the Fryette, because the old 800s don't have a loop. This is how I've always done it. One amp, one good sound, single channel, basic rock sound, which cleans up and cleans even more when you switch to single coil. Then if and when you want more, you add SD, you know, wah-wah, chorus, whatnot. This is a fantastic guitar. It works really well for me. I really like the neck profile, and because this has a bit similar angle than Les Paul's, it's not straight, it's a little bit like this. So this is very comfortable to play live because the neck kind of comes a little bit towards me, so it's awesome. Conclusion. These 80s ESPs, well, ESPs in general, especially the Custom Shop, that's like the best guitars I've ever played and tried. And I've tried thousands because I work as a guitar tech. I've worked with many bands. I've done Stratovarius, Testament, Creator, Von Herzen Brothers, Sunrise Avenue. Now I work usually once a week at Musics, setting up guitars. So thousands of guitars have gone through my hands. I've set them up. Nothing beats Custom Shop ESP. My opinion. That's our personal preferences, and you can't really argue with them. And I'm really happy that I have 4 of these 80s guitars, but the new ones are just as good. I have 6 or 7 newer Custom Shops, but this is just kind of like, you know, because they don't make this kind of headstock anymore. I really like this. And I think there was something in the water in Japan, definitely in the boots, because these all are simply amazing guitars. So, you know, if you happen to find one with a reasonable price, because I've noticed sometimes people ask, I mean, these are great guitars, but some, you know, amounts that people ask from these are ridiculous. But you know, you need to be prepared to pay several thousands. The value only goes up. Now I'm probably shooting myself to leg because I really like these, but I mean, I have 4 of these. I have no plans now to get anything else. Or maybe if this black Mirage custom ebony fingerboard, if this kind of guitar, except reverse headstock, says hi and wants to find a new home, then I might be obliged to offer that guitar a new home. Obviously, depending how much the owner wants it. But yeah. Anyways, links to ESP's website and there's kind of this dedicated to 80s ESPs or all ESPs kind of history. It's not ESP's official website, but I'll put a link in there so you can find more info about, you know, ESP as a company in general and the guitars. There's most models are in there, at least the basic, you know, kind of models and pictures and history and stuff. It's pretty interesting. Hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. I'm very happy that Pinky is back and Pinky is mint. ESP fixed the headstock and well, that was pretty much the only thing that needed to be fixed. I did the rest. All right, until next time, take care, bye.